Thank you very much, Ms. Verdegas. We appreciate it. It's not easy to come here.
No, it's embarrassing, and
I know.
Yeah, and I had to run over here because I have one son who's gotten injured at school, and he has a neck brace on. But I wanted to make sure that I came today because I want you to hear my perspective. If a person has more time to get on their feet, it's not like I want to stay on TANF. I don't. Okay, and this is coming from someone who is on TANF. I want to have a decent place where I can have my children, but 30 days is not enough to bounce back. And I never reported a lot of my domestic abuse because I was afraid my kids would end up homeless. But because it happened to my son, I reported it. And I was promised I would get help, but once I gave all my information to efforts, they did not help me. And I ended up going to one hotel for 30 days, and now I'm in another hotel, hopefully, but you cannot, keep focused when you know you only have 30 days.
Again, I thank you very much for coming here. Are you able to stay for questions, or do you have to leave?
I am, but at 2, I have to pick up other children.
Okay.
I have 4 children, and a lot of the shelters don't accept. He's 18 now, but when I was looking, 17 and an 11-year-old, I can't just discard of 2 children and keep my other 2 children, If I had a permanent placing, or not even permanent, just if you gave a little bit more than 30 days, like maybe 4 months, I could probably bounce back on my feet, But because a lot of the services do turn you away, and they make you come back over and over again. And then when I was in crime victims, Virginia Williams stated that I was only priority 2 because I had a few days left in the hotel. And I ended up staying with a friend for a while, but she has 5 children. I have 4 children. She's like, you cannot stay here anymore. Called hypothermia. Hypothermia said to me, call back at 1, call back at 4, call back at 7. You're already in a situation where you feel hopelessness. And when you call a resource center, they should at least attempt to help you, but have you call back and call back and call back again is not helpful, because I'm running around trying to find a place so that I can't get back on my feet.
I do want to, did I hear you say one of your children had been abused by the father of?
My 11, I'm through domestic violence, and he would always hit me, and I never reported it.
No, but have you had assistance insofar as child abuse from Child and Family Services Agency?
Well, I reported it to the courthouse, and I do have a restraining order on him, and I have full custody of the children.
Okay.
He's not able to come near my children at all.
Okay.
So I did report it, but that's the only reason I reported it. For the longest time, I kept silent because I said, well, I don't have family. I report this. Where am I going to go with all my children? And at that point, I was better off than I am now. But what made me report it was, that he hit my 11-year-old. And that's what made me report it. If not, I would have better endured getting hit every day than to have 4 children, because that's hard. To have 4 children live and not know where you're going next. I'm sorry. I have to force those words out of me because it's very embarrassing and degrading.
Well, you give us a very important testimony today, because you put a face to all this, and we have it. And I want to thank Ms. Coventry for yielding your position, because having your testimony up front of this hearing really says a great deal about the problems that we're dealing with. And we're not dealing with numbers and statistics. We're dealing with people and children, adults and children. And so I appreciate very much. If you're able to wait, we can have questions. But let me proceed with the other